Today we're going to look at a simple conversion rate funnel for a pay-per-click campaign. So let's say we have an overall budget of $10,000 and our average cost per click is going to be $3.50. And you can find this out in advance using tools like the Google Keyword Research tool or other tools like Market Samurai. The total number of clicks you're going to then get is 2857. There's always some loss between clicks and landing pages. I've put 5% in there, and so ultimately you're going to send traffic of 2714 in terms of visitors through to your landing pages. Let's say you convert at 1%, you are going to get 27 new customers. And in terms of your cost of acquisition, you take 10,000, divide by 27, and you're paying $368 per new customer for your cost of acquisition. Now, if you're smart, you're also going to be doing some lead capture so that if you can't convert them to a sale, you're at least capturing them in some kind of marketing automation program. And let's say you manage to capture 7% of those, so you pick up 190 new leads, then your cost per lead is $53 each. Now, let's say that you are interested in seeing the effects that various things have, because you look at this and you say, wow, I can't afford to pay $368. I was kind of hoping to acquire for under $100. Well, let's ask the question, what do we have to do if we lower our cost per click to $2? Well, that's going to get us down to $2.11, and if we lower it to $1, it's going to get us down to 105, so we probably need to be around 90 cents, 95 cents to get below a cost of acquisition of $100. So the question then becomes, how much traffic can I actually get if I keep my cost per click as low as 90 cents? And we'll address the relationship between cost per click and traffic in just a moment. But in this case, what you'll see is that if you hold conversion flat, the only way to get your cost of acquisition down is to decrease your cost per click. If you are able to increase your conversion rate, which is obviously a pretty key thing to do, then you can start to drive cost of acquisition down even while keeping your cost per click relatively high. And so in this case, if we try to do it from a pure conversion rate perspective, we're probably needing to get up around 4% to get below $100. For perspective, in different industries, a 4% conversion rate would be fairly high. Averages are generally around below 1%, and some of the best companies at marketing that I know, some of my clients are only getting a 2.5% to 3.5% conversion rate. So let's go and take a look at what you do if you're dealing with a cost control issue. And let's take a look at the relationship between cost and clicks. Generally, shorter words have more volume and they cost more. So let's say we're looking at the business card industry, and so I've just picked 3 examples where we take business cards, and print business cards online. They are progressively longer keywords, and the click volume goes down as we move to more words. And the cost is generally inverse to that. And I made up these numbers, but this is to illustrate an example. You will often find that root words like business cards are going to have a high volume of clicks because lots of people are searching for short terms, but they're also going to have a very high cost. And when you are looking at adding extra words into the phrase, your cost comes down, and so do your daily clicks. Well, let's say you put these 3 together and you buy all of them and you just simply multiply your clicks by your cost to get your cost number here, and you spend all of that, you'll find you're getting 398 clicks a day for an average of $13 a click. Now you need to bring your cost down. One of the ways to do that is to pause your higher cost keywords. So let's say we paused these keywords. I'm simply going to delete them from the formula. The cost will go to 0, and what we will find is our cost per click drops down to $9.30, but so does our volume because we have eliminated a high volume keyword. And so what we have seen here is that there's a very clear relationship between traffic and cost. And in general, in a pay-per-click environment, the more traffic you want per day, the more you will have to pay on an average cost per click basis, because you will need to use higher volume, higher cost words. If your goal is not volume but rather cost and cost control, you will end up needing to pause the higher volume keywords to keep your average costs down. But there's always a consequence, and the consequence will be that your traffic volume per day will fall, and it may fall to a point that you're not happy with.